Hello, I'm Yvette Fielding and welcome back to Essex and to one of the scariest places we have ever investigated. This is Most Haunted and this is Coalhouse Fort. For our continuing exploration of Coalhouse Fort, the Most Haunted regulars will again be joined by some guest investigators, one of whom is Ryan O'Neill, a veteran of many investigations by Scottish Paranormal, based in Fife. Given our frightening experiences so far at the fort, I asked Ryan how we should prepare for the coming vigil. Now Ryan, everybody is very nervous about doing this investigation because of course we've done the tunnels, now we're doing the rest of the location and there's lots of different places that we're going to go. So how do you think the crew should prepare themselves tonight?
I think they should clear their minds from where we've just been, because obviously the expectation and things that have happened, people feel nervous. We need to treat this as a new investigation. You know, we're going in here fresh. Let's see what we get. Let's calm it back down again.
Now, where we're going, there's no windows. You know, there's no doors. That's sort of, well, obviously there's doors to get in. But for instance, there's apparently a lot of cold spots felt in these particular areas. How will you tackle that?
It's going to be pretty difficult. You know, it's a cold area, it's pretty open. You know, it's going to be hard to record the temperature. We're going to have to do the best we can. We've got to take this into consideration when we're looking at the data that's recorded at the end of the night. And you've got the thermal imager as well, and all your bits and your gizmos. Anything in particular that you want to try in these locations? Any particular experiments that you'd like to have a go at? I mean, we could set things up. We could set up triggers to see if anything's moved. As you see, the thermal imager's fantastic. We could see if we can get anything on that. If people are feeling a cold spot, we can see if there's a cold spot there around them. Fantastic. Now, we would like to have done a Ouija board for this particular investigation, but we've been told by the owners, and we respect their decision, that they don't want a Ouija board here, which actually I find very interesting. I don't know how you feel about it. Well, really, it's just a board with no letters and numbers on it. You know, it's a tool that's additionally used to see if you can get paranormal activity. I don't think there's any mystical powers in the actual Ouija board itself. It's just the users who are using it. It's a shame, isn't it, the stigma that is attached to a Ouija board, and yet a lot of people that work in these places don't believe in paranormal activity. Yeah. As soon as you mention a Ouija board, they go, no, 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 no. So it's actually quite funny, but we will respect the owners, absolutely. So here we go, second part to our investigation here at Coalhouse Fort. You excited? Very. Especially after the last time. Yes. Great stuff. Continuing our investigation of the very frightening Coalhouse Fort in Essex. Joined by guest investigator Ryan O'Neill, historian Leslie Smith and guest medium Johnny Fiore, we began with a lit walk around in the Aviation Museum. I always think, and I know Ryan agrees with me on this, that when you come to places like this, museums that house things from World War II, that you get a lot of feeling. Carnage. Yeah. Loss of life. Yeah. Hopes and dreams not fulfilled. Yeah. But there's something to be said for keeping this alive. Mm. Well, memory. Yeah. Yeah. What obviously there's things sort of on the walls, there's sort of bits of machinery that have been involved in crashes. Are you picking up on anything? It just makes me very sad. Yeah. Are you picking up on anything in this area there? There is a man here. There's a gentleman who kept this. Kept what? They kept a lot of this. He was a collector. Mm-hmm. And he was a young man. It's as if it was handed down from father to son. And it just started as a few pieces. And for some strange reason, the father and son never went to battle. But this was their way of becoming part of the war effort. It's like a fascination with it. More of a fascination, more like it was their duty to keep these memories alive. But they were never in the war. They just collected and gathered these things, and these were like their children. And they're here now? Both of them, yeah. Both of them? Yes. How can you see what they look like? The father is elderly with glasses on, and the son is got really bad skin. Kind of is the word gawky. The older gentleman with the glasses, how old would you say he was? I'd say he was about 42 years of age, and
That wasn't anybody's
That is not
stomach.
somebody's stomach.
That's, no, because we hear that a lot.
That's not somebody's tummy.
No, no. That's a... did you get that, Roger?
Yeah.
If there's somebody here, please can you make that noise again?
Please make the noise again. We know that you're here.
Yeah. Is that tapping? Is that tapping or is somebody moving the... It's tapping. If there's anybody here, please, if there are two gentlemen here, a father and a son, or anybody else indeed, please can you tap twice to let us know that you're around?
You hear that?
Yeah. Please make another noise, perhaps tap or use your voice. Whine for us, groan, make a noise. And again, please.
You hear it?
Do you know what I'm hearing? Which is very interesting sound-wise. I don't know if Roger's picking it up. It was like a continuous tone, like a...
Very faintly.
Yeah,
Very faintly.
it was there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Please make that noise again. Any names with them?
This is going to sound really crazy. The only name I'm getting is Pa.
Pa.
You would have called him Pa, not Dad or Father,
Okay,
but Pa. A lot of people call this man Pa.
Okay. Was your name Pa? Did people refer to you as Pa?
You hear that?
Yeah. Please make another noise. We can hear you. Please, can you make it louder?
You hear that?
Yeah. You hear that, everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep walking around. Okay. So you've got two gentlemen.
I've got two gentlemen
One named Pa.
who retrieved these things and kept them in the best possible condition that they could.
Okay, so a lot of respect for
A
these.
lot of respect, a lot of love and respect.
Okay.
A lot of pride.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that went into all this.
Yeah,
this
but
work.
these things, look here, like Japan surrenders. This was from their day. They kept these things. They kept them as records. You know how we keep things on our computer in favorites?
Yeah.
This would have been their favorite section.
Okay.
They were very articulate, very, very serious about what they kept, because they never wanted people to forget what has actually happened. It's like the glory days for them. For some strange reason, they were not in the war. I'm not picking up, whoa. I'm not picking up why they didn't serve.
Okay.
I'm just picking up that they didn't serve.
What do you reckon to these noises, Ryan?
I'm trying to actually find the source where they're coming from, the direction.
Mm.
So I'm just listening just now and following through. I'm actually checking on this to see if there's anybody in the area and things like that. But I do hear them very faintly.
And you're right on the fence.
I'm on the fence, obviously. I'm looking for some sort of source. I can't find one yet, but I've just got continues to look.
Come on over to the dark side. Come on over to the dark side.
It's impressive, though, isn't it?
Oh, that's impressive, yes.
Okay. Leslie, can I just bring you in? She's always hiding at the back in the dark places. What Johnny has said about the two gentlemen, the son and the father, would that ring true of anything?
Yes, it seems to be coming through very well, because a lot of people who couldn't fight in the war felt that they wanted to do something in their own way. And so passion, you know, would very often be paying respect to people that they knew who were lost.
Yes.
And that's what you're picking up. The actual pet names and things I haven't got on record, but it wouldn't be very difficult to source around. But something like this, I mean, the Battle of Britain was an incredible feat, you see, and so consequently this reflects the great courage of facing up to.
I mean, look at the care the
love and affection.
The love and affection.
Okay, let's continue. Let's keep walking back. Any other spirits though, or is it just predominantly the two men?
The two that I get are the father and the son, who kept this museum very meticulously. And they honor the Brits and the Americans everybody that actually fought.
So just by listening to the noises that we've already got, would you say these? I would say, I mean, I'm not psychic, that these two gentlemen are friendly.
They're very friendly.
Okay, so when we come back in here in night vision later on,
yes,
we're going to get activity. I would say, going off what we've already got, Ryan.
Yes.
A lot of audibles. Let's move on to the next area.
Okay. They're not the only two we're going to get in here.
Oh, now you tell me.
They're not the only two we're going to get in here.
Why? Who we got?
We've got a pilot, Jack. We got a pilot named Jack in here.
Okay. We'll
Anything
come back.
you give us is appreciated,
yeah.
Jack.
Agreeing to return to the museum in night vision, we continue our lit walk around by moving to the Caponiere, a covered passageway with shooting positions, where guest medium Johnny immediately felt a change of atmosphere.
Different feel now.
Yeah, don't like this at all.
You don't?
Nope.
Why?
Don't like it. Scary, debauchery, nasty.
What are you seeing? Tell me what you're seeing. Let's walk further in.
Bodies on top of each other.
In here?
A lot of sexual activity. A lot of type of activity that you didn't speak about in proper society. A lot of sodomy.
When would this have been?
WW1.
World War One.
WW1. Lot of just fear, anger, resentment, coupled with a lot of sex, coupled with just debauchery.
And
it was as if vagrants were here. This was a place where vagrants stayed, a place where people who had no home, where people used to squat.
Ah, okay.
People squatted here.
And you're saying World War One this would have happened?
I'm saying WW1, people who would have squatted here, and people traded favors, sexual favors for food, sexual favors for cigarettes, sexual favors for their life. This is a very... It's small, it's dank, it's enclosed, it's almost like a jail. It's like once you came in here, you couldn't get out.
You couldn't get out. What is here now? What's haunting here? Or is it just the energy?
It's the energy. Once again, it's the spirit of a jailer. There was one man in charge down here. There was one... What is it? Remember, is it Charles Dickens? Is it Finnegan?
Oh, Fagin.
Yeah, Fagin. Yeah. Oliver Twist.
Yes.
It's that type of person. It's that type of environment where one man controls everything that goes on. So if somebody was being raped in the corner or sodomized in the corner, it was okay as long as they gave something to the house. So when you came down here, you knew the consequences because the surrounding area was very, very vicious.
Do you think that a lot of people would pick up on that energy and make them feel what, do you think, in this particular area?
It would make them embarrassed, insecure. It would make them want to... when we first walked in here, my stomach started to turn. You would see things that normally you wouldn't see in polite society. Okay. But this was a society unto itself.
So it's the energy that a lot of people are picking up here. And just, Ryan, just from your point of view, are there any high levels of infrasound that you know of in this particular room? Because a lot of people do feel dizzy and sick when they come in here.
Yeah, you've got to look at the area as you're going through here. You know the way it's shaped.
Oh! You had to hit me. I'm just telling the truth.
That hit me as well.
Did it?
I don't like that, and I'm not going to shut up. They were up to no good. As soon as we walked in here, my stomach started to turn. Very depressing.
Yeah. There is some evidence.
Is there?
This was used in the First World War as a military establishment, so it would be unusual to get the sort of activity you're describing. However, what we have got evidence of is people discussing, women particularly being touched intimately when they're here as ghosts. We have got sexual activity people complaining, particularly women, of being touched on the breast. Now, not all of this place would have been used all the time. It's absolutely vast. So the sort of description you give near any docks where you get activity, sexual activity, brothels, this sort of thing, would not be a big surprise.
OK, let's go back out this way.
Johnny's impression of debauchery and the poltergeist projectiles bring the lit walk around to its conclusion and reinforce our feeling that the coming vigil will be just as eventful as our previous night's stay in the tunnels.